What's going on, guys? Hope you have something fantastic today. I did it again. Fantastic today. What is life?
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
Healthy living a healthy lifestyle. Now, everybody's got their own opinion on what a healthy lifestyle is. Now, I have a very, very basic view on healthy living and what is actually considered healthy and what is not healthy. Now, there's the nitty-gritty stuff, and there's all the finicky bits that people love to just jump on, and they're like, oh no, that you can't do that, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. So, the basic fundamentals of living a healthy life is the 80-20 rule. As simple as that. Now, obviously, there's more you can do in life, and you can live a healthier lifestyle than 80-20. You can live 100% healthy. But in this day and age, in the way that Western society is set up, you're never, ever, 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 ever going to live 100% healthy. You're just not. Not with all the chemicals, pesticides, and crap that is put into our food that we buy from the supermarket that you probably wouldn't even think about, to then, poisoned tap water. There's a million things out there that realistically people just don't care about, right? So I care about everything. I care about the chemicals and the hormones in tap water. I care about the pesticides and the chemicals and the enhancers and all of this inflammatory stuff in food that we then consume, right? I care about the parasites in our food. I care about the parasites in our body. I care about all those things. Healthy colon, healthy gut, healthy liver, healthy stomach. That's what I care about. My dad, for a prime example, couldn't give a rat's arse about any of it. Couldn't care less. He wants to live his life how he's happy living it. And that is what I'm here to talk about today. The difference between wanting to live a healthy lifestyle and actually living your life for enjoyment. Okay? Now, it goes one way or the other. I'm very extreme in what I do, from what I've been told, and my dad's also very extreme in the other direction in terms of living like he just doesn't care. Both is fine. That's what you've got to realise. Both is fine. Both, you live your life how you want to live it. I am not going to sit here and tell you what you're doing is wrong, because at the end of the day, if you're happy doing what you're doing, then you're happy. Who cares what anybody else thinks about it, what anybody else does, right? If you're happy dying at 60 years old, cool. If you want to live till you're 140, cool, right? It really, really, really does depend on what you want out of life. This is, I cannot stress that enough. I'm happy worrying about everything all the time, because I'd like to live to 100 plus. I'd like to live until 120 years old, which is possible, just so that you're aware. But most people don't want to do that. Most people don't want to be that old, because nobody wants to live to that age, because they look at their own grandparents and they look at the way their grandparents are, and they're frail, they're old, they've got broken bones, they can barely walk, they can barely stand, some people can barely eat, the diseases set in, cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all these different diseases set in by that age, by like 70 years old. And they don't, if you look after yourself properly. Now, this is going to be an extremely controversial video, because I'm going to talk about a lot of things that's going to piss a lot of people off, right? But that is what it needs to be said. It needs to be said, because not everybody is out there, and a lot of people that I speak to believe this, and there's a lot of people that don't believe this. So you got to look at all the different cancers, all the different diseases and infections and stuff that you can get, and you've got to look at then what you do on a daily basis. So if you are constantly sat inside, if you're constantly eating like shit, if you're constantly talking to yourself like crap, right, and you're constantly not looking after your mind, body, and your soul, then if you are fundamentally going to be tired, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be depressed, you're going to have issues inside of your tummy, inside of your bowels, inside of your colon. You're going to have brain issues, you're going to have brain fog, you're not going to be able to articulate things properly, you're not going to be able to retain information as well as you could do. Energy expenditure, why do you think you're always tired by 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you can't do anything for the rest of the day? Because you're so knackered. And 99% of the time it is because of the way you wake up. Now, healthy living doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be strenuous. You don't have to spend 2 hours in the gym every day, you don't have to go for a walk every day, right? What you've got to look at is week to week. That's the way I've always looked at it. To be considered as healthy, you don't actually have to do that much. If you eat a salad at a dinner when you're out and about, when everyone else is eating burgers, they're going to turn around and say you're healthy. But that's not classified healthy, because most salads in a restaurant are actually more calorific than a burger. I bet you didn't know that. I think the statistics were 78% of salads are more calorific than a burger and chips in most restaurants. Don't quote me on that, because I might be wrong, but from what I remember, the number was ridiculous. So my recommendation, very, very simply, is to be as healthy as you can week to week. So if you can get 90 minutes of cardiovascular exercise in, and 90 minutes of weight training exercise in every week, fantastic. And so that 90 minutes of cardiovascular exercise is 3 half-an-hour walks a week. Okay, specifically going out for a walk, not just 10,000 steps. Specifically, okay, I'm going to go out for a half-hour walk today. Okay, because that is different. You're in a different mindset. You're in a different position to be able to go and do those things. And then there's the food aspect. Okay, food aspect in terms of healthy leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, organic fruit, healthy, whether you're vegan, meat eater, vegetarian, it doesn't matter. Good protein of some description, whether it's a steak, whether it's eggs, or whether it's edamame beans, it doesn't matter what it is. Get your protein in, get your vegetables in, get your fruit in. Okay, stop drinking crap. If you want a fruit juice, make it. Don't buy some crappy fruit juice and think I'm healthy. Okay, that's not how it works. You need to make your own fruit juice if you're going to do stuff like that. And then finally, you've got the mind and the soul. Okay, so these are very interconnected in my personal opinion, because of the way that if you look after your soul and the way that you look after your mind and your soul are very interconnected. So reading, writing, journaling, drawing, being outside in nature, taking photos, whatever it is that really honestly makes you a happy individual in terms of what you actually want to do in life and how you want to sort of go about things, rather than just going to work, coming home and watching telly, right? That doesn't make many people really happy. And I mean really, like, fire in your belly, like, I love this, yeah? If it's like my dad loves going out and taking photos, right? Loves modeling, loves doing things like that. Me, I love the gym. So like my soul and my mind and my body are all taking care of one thing, because I do love going to the gym. I love going out on my push bike. Again, mind, soul and body, because it's good for your mental health, it's good for your soul because you love doing it, and it's good for your physical fitness. Okay? Things that aren't that. I love doing things like this. I love providing educational content to be able to help people who don't know what to do. That's something I love to do. So no, this isn't particularly physical. Yes, I'm stood up, yes, I'm talking, but it's not very physical in terms of that. It's good for the mind, it's good for the soul. I'm able to express things in, ways I'm not able to express. Helping other people is something else I also love to do. But then I also do love to sit down and watch a film. Put my feet up, get some popcorn, have a bevy with the missus and watch a film, and that is something that brings me real happiness. If I'm really in the mood, very rarely am I in the mood to do that, but I'm in the mood to do that. Cooking, I love cooking. I love experimenting with food. I love understanding what food does in our body. I love knowledgeable reading, things like that. I love writing. I love sitting down and journaling and writing everything that's going on, everything that has gone on, trying to plot a timeline in my life to why I am the way that I am, doing the things that I'm doing because of the things that that have happened in my life. It's so important that you find things that you actually really love to do. And then once you've found stuff that you really truly love to do, you're eating healthy, you're drinking healthy, you're exercising, even the basic minimum, that is healthy. And it's finding the right balance that's going to work for you. Not everybody is going to have the same amount of balance and the same amount of things that other people do, right? My mum, for example, just started coming to the gym very seriously. She does 60, 120, she does 180 minutes of exercise a week, okay? And that's what she likes to do. She's found her happiness in that. I train upwards of 2 hours a day, right, 6 days a week, and that's what I love to do, because it's just, you know, I take rest days when I want to take rest days, I have lie-ins when I want to have lie-ins, you know, but having the freedom to do what I want to do is extremely beneficial, and I understand that not many people out there have the freedom to do what they want to do, and that's going to be the next video, is actually understanding how to work around your life while still being able to do the things you have to do, because time management's everything. When I was doing my 4 jobs, even recently, go back 2 months, 3 months, I was working on site from 8 to 4 for 3 days a week. And then I had the other 2 days of the week where I was in 2 different gyms, upwards of 16 hours a day on the Thursday and the Friday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on site, 8 till 4, and then from 5 through till 11 I was in the gym training clients, and then Thursday, Friday, 6 o'clock in the morning through till 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, I was at both gyms. I was on shift, I was training clients, and then the weekends I was working on my own stuff, I was working on the website, I was working on this kind of stuff. You know, what you truly want out of life is more than what everybody else has, then you have to be prepared to put in more than everybody else is prepared to do. And, you know, that depends on what you classify healthy, what you don't classify healthy. A lot of people have told me my lifestyle's not healthy because it's not sustainable. And yeah, maybe it's not sustainable, you know. I do burn out quite frequently, you know. I do a lot, you know. I don't put my feet up and rest very much. And it pisses everyone off. My friends, they haven't spoken to me in weeks because I've turned around and just said no. Every single time they message me, no. Because, you know, generally speaking, bar 1 or 2 of them, all they want to do is go to the pub. And nothing gets done in the pub. Nothing gets done in the pub. I'd rather go out on the push bikes for a day, take the camera, right, have a little bit of filming, and, you know, get a little bit of content, have some fun. Again, it's exercise. It's healthy for the mind, body, and the soul. Sitting inside of a pub is not. It's just not. Going to a festival, not healthy, you know. And fundamentally, I'm just trying to be as healthy as I physically can. And it's the same with you guys, you know. If you want to be healthy and you want to be different than everybody else, then you have to act differently. Simple as that. There's no other way around it. But like I say, life's about balance, and healthy is being healthy for you. If you thoroughly enjoy going to the pub and going out to festivals, then that's sound. In your eyes, that's what you want to do, and that's what's going to make you happy in the soul, and it's going to be better for your mental health. Okay? And that's cool. But it depends, again, it depends on what you want out of life. It depends on who you are. It depends on the individual. It depends on the circumstance you're going through. But that is my recommendation. Just be healthy in the way that you can be healthy. You know, get a pen and paper, all right? This is the top takeaway from today. Go home right now, pen and paper, mind, body, soul, exercise, right? And brainstorm everything that you could physically possibly do, everything that comes to mind immediately, even if you don't want to do it, write it down. Right? And then over the next month, go through everything that you've written down and try it. Even if you know you don't like it, try it again. At least one more time before you say you're never, ever, ever going to do it again. If I say to myself, I'm never going to do something again, I've tried it at least 5 times. At least 5 times. Bar 1 or 2 things that I will never try. And this is a little bit hypocritical, but like a bungee jump, for example. I'll never do a bungee jump. It doesn't interest me in the slightest, and I never want to do it. Never, ever, ever am I going to do it, and I don't want to do it, and I'm happy to not do it. Right? Because I know I won't like it. As simple as that. I don't like roller coasters. I'm not going to like a bungee jump. Weirdly enough, I love skydiving. So, you know, one thing out of the other. I'd rather plummet to my death in a skydive than think I'm going to come back up on a bungee and then just get, nah, definitely not. So yeah, you got to just do what you got to find out what's good for you, and until you start experimenting and trying things, you're never going to know what's good for you. Okay, so get out there, try different things, be healthy. Okay, be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, be happy. Good foods, good exercise, good mental health, good soul, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from you. You're going to build it yourself, and that's what life's about. It's learning from your failures and moving on. But I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you yet again for tuning in. Go and check the website for everything that you need more informational wise. Drop me a message on any of the social medias, and I shall see you in the next one.